Good day and welcome to Trending Update USA. I'm Stefan, and today we turn our attention to an electrifying moment in the world of women's tennis, one that has fans buzzing, analysts debating, and the global tennis community anticipating a showdown of extraordinary proportions. Coco Gauff, the young American star who has captured the hearts of millions with her fearless power, calm maturity, and rising dominance, will be joined by major champions Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, and Madison Keys in the Elite 8-player field at the upcoming WTA Finals. This gathering of giants, fueled by talent, hunger, rivalry, and legacy, promises drama from the very first serve. The world is already watching, the narratives are already forming, and every rally, every swing, and every roar inside the arena will carry the weight of history. This is not just another tournament qualification announcement. No, this is an assembly of modern-era titans. The WTA Finals are where legends sharpen their crown, where newcomers demand recognition, where the physical courts glow with electricity, and where pressure, for some, turns into diamonds, while for others, the weight becomes too heavy to bear. And when you stack names like Coco Gauff, Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, and Madison Keys in one bracket, in one exclusive end-of-season battleground, you know that tennis is about to enter a chapter of intensity rarely seen. These four, along with the rest of the top 8 that will complete the draw, will be ready not just to compete, but to dominate, to stamp authority, to create memories that echo well beyond the final ball struck. Coco Gauff, the teenage superstar whose ascent has been nothing short of cinematic, arrives not as an underdog hopeful, but as a central figure, a contender, a force. Her forehand has sharpened, her serve has grown fearsome, and her mental strength, the true currency of greatness, has matured under the heat of both expectation and opportunity. As we approach this WTA Finals, Gauff stands not just as America's rising tennis leader, but as one of the global faces of the sport. Every time she steps onto the court, fans understand they are witnessing the growth of a phenomenon in real time. Every point she plays carries the promise of the future meeting the present. But the moment you talk about ambition, when you mention hunger and fire, you cannot avoid the name Aryna Sabalenka. The Belarusian powerhouse whose intensity burns brighter with each tournament, Sabalenka brings ferocity to the sport like few others. Her strokes bounce off the racket like thunder, her gaze cuts like a blade, and her passion turns the stadium into a battlefield. Sabalenka does not tiptoe around greatness, she charges toward it with explosive force. Her presence in this elite field raises the stakes instantly, turning every match into a collision of raw strength, emotional force, and athletic brilliance. Fans know that when Sabalenka enters the court, entertainment is guaranteed, drama is inevitable, and victory is never handed, it is seized. Then there is Iga Swiatek, the quiet storm, the master of precision, discipline, and poetic tennis execution. Swiatek is a study in controlled dominance. She glides, she constructs points, she breaks down opponents with relentless pressure and laser-sharp consistency. When she steps into battle, she does not rely on noise or raw aggression, but on calculation, structure, and elite mental clarity. In many ways, she represents the calm to Sabalenka's fire, the chess grandmaster to the powerhouse's brute will. This contrast in style has fueled one of the most compelling rivalries in modern tennis. And with both stepping into the same 8-woman arena, anticipation climbs to astronomical heights. Will Swiatek's finesse reign supreme, or will Sabalenka's storm overpower the system? And then comes Madison Keys. A major champion and one of the most naturally gifted ball strikers to grace the women's tour, Keys enters this exclusive field as both a veteran threat and a sentimental favorite. When Keys is dialed in, she plays tennis that feels effortless, yet devastating. The ball explodes off her racket with grace and aggression intertwined. She brings experience, resilience, and a quiet confidence built through years of battling on the sport's biggest stages. For fans, Keys adds a beautiful layer of narrative depth, the experienced warrior joining a field of rising icons and early prime dominators. In her hands, destiny is not a dream, it is a weapon. This lineup sets the tone for what many experts are calling one of the most competitive WTA finals in recent years. Coco Gauff, Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, Madison Keys, each arrives not merely as a participant, but as a story, a legacy, a dream in motion. With these four, we have youth and maturity blended. We have fire and composure, aggression and strategy, power and precision. More importantly, we have momentum. Every one of these athletes enters the finals with something to fight for: pride, ranking, redemption, validation, and the pursuit of immortality within the sport. Already, tennis social media is erupting with predictions, debates, excitement, and emotion. One fan wrote, "This might be the most loaded WTA Finals lineup in years. No weakness, no easy rounds, only war." Another said, "Coco entering this field feels like the beginning of a new era while the legends are still fighting. This is peak tennis theater." And indeed, that may be the most captivating element here. This moment is not just a tournament, it is a generational intersection. The present queens versus the rising empress. The torch is not being passed quietly, it is being fought over, point by point, swing by swing. Let us look deeper into the dynamics ahead. Sabalenka and Swiatek have exchanged titles, rankings, and psychological blows all season long. Their rivalry has grown into something special, marked by mutual respect but built on competitive fire. Every time they collide on court, the tennis world freezes. Every strike of the ball feels monumental. Their placement on opposite sides of the draw, or potentially facing each other in group play, instantly becomes a storyline that defines the WTA Finals. Meanwhile, Coco Gauff versus either Swiatek or Sabalenka is no ordinary matchup. Against Swiatek, Gauff has long sought to crack the code of the Polish superstar's tactical mastery. Against Sabalenka, it becomes a duel of power, athleticism, and emotional intensity. And when you factor in Madison Keys, capable on any given day of unlocking form that overwhelms even the toughest opponents, suddenly we have a battlefield where surprise outcomes are not shocks, they're expected. The WTA Finals format demands endurance. It is not the one-and-done knockout chaos of some tournaments. Here, you must survive multiple battles, strategize across days, recover physically and mentally, and navigate group stages before even touching the final. It requires stamina, adaptability, and a heart that never wavers. In many ways, this format mirrors life at the top. You don't rise because you survive once, you rise because you survive repeatedly. For Coco Gauff, this tournament marks another chapter in her journey from prodigy to powerhouse. For Sabalenka, it is an opportunity to stamp authority and silence any doubt that might exist in the echo chambers of tennis critique. For Swiatek, a chance to reinforce her empire and remind the world why she has gathered so many trophies in such a short span. And for Madison Keys, this is a moment to rewrite narratives, to remind the world that class and power never fade, they simply evolve. We will witness emotion, triumph, heartbreak, redemption, and tennis of the highest quality. The lights, the pressure, the atmosphere, all building toward a climax that fans around the world will not forget. Whether you cheer for Coco's youth, Swiatek's precision, Sabalenka's fire, or Keys' elegance, one thing is certain: this WTA Finals will give you everything: drama, beauty, intensity, and unforgettable moments. Stay tuned as the world watches these champions step into the arena. From every angle, this is a celebration of excellence. And as this journey unfolds, Trending Update USA will be here bringing you every twist, every highlight, and every story that emerges from tennis's grand finale stage. I'm Stefan, thanking you for joining us. Until next time, keep believing in greatness, celebrating champions, and witnessing the rise of icons as the WTA Finals prepare to write a thrilling new chapter in tennis history.